Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the channel. I am Starko Gaming and we are back with another Dragon Champion video. Guys, today we are going to be talking artifact and helping you guys to decide which artifact you should pick for which characters, for every specific character. It's not going to be a list of anything, guys. It's just going to be a what you should be looking at when you look at the artifact, when you look at the stats your character needs, pretty much, and special abilities and all of that too. So we're going to be talking about that, but before we get into that, guys, a couple things first. If you want to help the channel grow, a like on this video, it will be very helpful, as it is the only way that YouTube has to know that this video should be promoted to more people. The more likes we get, the more YouTube promote this video, guys. So if you could get at least 25 likes in today's video, I will definitely love it. So guys, thank you for dropping a like on this video. And also, guys, if you are level 15 or below, make sure to use the promo code Starko to get $10 worth free stuff. To do so, it is very simple. You go in the settings, use promo code, and you enter the word Starko. Yes, the most goddamn beautiful word in the world, guys, is Starko, S-T-A-R-K-O. You write that down there, you press OK, and you will receive $10 worth of free stuff, which include an amazing amount of 500 track points and 250,000 golds for free, guys, totally for free, giving you a huge boost early on in the game to help you kick in some goddamn amazing progression. So guys, promo code Starko for awesomeness. Now, with that said, with that out of the way, guys, let's jump into the topic of today's video: artifacts. So artifact, there is many different artifacts, and you are pretty much, you look at that and like, man, I have no freaking idea what artifact I should be picking. So today we're gonna discuss priority in choosing your artifact. So on most characters, like for example, we're going to go with Nightail here. On most characters, the artifact you're going to be picking will not have a ability, or whatever you want to call that, I call that an ability linked to the artifact that's going to work great on your character. That is something you are not really paying attention to. Obviously, if that ability there actually suits your characters and the main stats suit your characters, that's totally different story. But in a case like we have right here, we are not paying attention to the last ability. Obviously, if if we lose 70% of maximum HD and we get the invisibility, that's great for Nightail, to be honest, but it is not really something we are looking into right now. What's really important with this artifact for Nightail is critical damage. There is a many artifacts that have critical damage, and they could all be used on Nightail. For example, why critical damage on her? It's pretty simple. We have already 39% critical chance. Plus, if we use talent leadership, we get another 30%, so 79% chance to crits. Plus, ability, for example, you have a critical chance increase from Sharp. If you use Sharp, we'll bounce that even closer to the 100% critical chance. So, what will be the points to use a critical chance artifact? That will be 0 points. That will be a waste of critical chance. So what we want to go with here is critical damage, because we want to increase the damage is going to happen when a critical hit happens. So in this perfect example here, guys, it's not the ability, it's not the defensive stat, it's the offensive stat we want to focus on. And for this character, the offensive stat that is the most important is going to be critical damage. Now, most artifact has a very important either offensive or defensive stat that's going to be used on many characters, except one. There's like one stat that nobody gonna use on the artifact. Well, nobody gonna use those artifacts because it is pointless, and it is called actually two. We have penetration Yep, this is totally worthless in this game. Penetrate to some armor, which does not really affect most thing in Dragon Champion. And then we have accuracy. Now, if you waste, stats on accuracy, you are losing a lot of damage. So yeah, maybe orange is going to be, less annoying to you, but overall, you might actually not have the damage to beat what you're trying to beat. So those two stats on artifact are totally useless in my personal opinion. Keep that in mind, guys. This is always what I think, not officially what it is, because all those videos are based on my experience and opinion about things. So those two kind of artifacts, you're gonna see them is gonna be, oh yeah, I got mats to upgrade other artifacts pretty much. So that's what those artifacts is gonna be focused. Now, offensive characters, you're gonna have 3-4 stats actually pick between. You're gonna have critical damage, critical chance, damage, and potency. So now when you look at those 4 stats, you're like, okay, which one I go? So you go with the most important stats that your character goes. That is that simple, guys. Like Mordoom, you wanna get him damage or potency, because that's really what matters. But actually, I'll go potency if I had a choice. So that third skill, never miss. That's kind of important, never get resisted or shit like that. So definitely more than I'll go with potency. For example, a character like Master Jewel, potency will be amazing. TMR, very, very important. Then you go with all the else. All the else is pretty much going to be critical damage, just because of the crazy leadership from talent. So you can kind of see the pattern here. If you have characters that will really benefit from critical chance, like General Mordok, you drop that critical chance on them right away to increase his stats as much as possible. If you have characters that it does not really benefit from damage, from critical damage or critical chance, and does not really use potency, then the last stats left to put to that character in this artifact is damage. Although damage is more a healer artifact in my personal opinion, except if you have characters like Pigwall, 3 times the amount of damage will be done on the next two turns because of the lock and load ability, a second ability. So that's actually an exception, but damage is definitely going to be more a healer artifact, because damage increase the amount of the healer healing pretty much, which is very, very important. So damage for healers, the other critical chance, critical damage, and potency mostly for DPS. Now for tanks, what do you want? Well, tanks is not going to be focused on critical chance, not being focused on critical damage, and not going to be focused on damage. What is really important for your tank? Now we can actually get out this window. It depends on what the tank actually needs. So like if we go in the defenders here, boom boom, so you got the characters like Little Betty or Trumgar. Potency is the best for them, because Trumgar to apply that stun, Little Betty to do that TMR, apply that blind. This is very important, potency. But then you move to another one, Kiri is the same, this one not really optimized. Salvador, what's very good for him? It's to not get his goddamn buff removed. So to not get his buff removed, to resist that buff removal, tenacity is going to be a huge part of that, because you don't want to use the shell, you don't want to get ability block, you don't want to get tenacity decrease, all that. So what's really important on him is tenacity. So you're going to go tenacity on this guy. For example, this is a trash artifact. That's when it first came out, but a good artifact for him will actually be an artifact with armor on it, because armor is going to be the most important stats for this guy. And then you have another example here. This guy creates shield based on the amount of maximum HP he has. So giving him as much HP as possible is going to boost his third skill and survivability so much that this guy need HP. So that's pretty much 3 or 4 example of what for example, how you can actually build your defender with artifact. It's really about what stat is going to benefit the character the most. It's not about the special ability, it's really about the stats. Now, you do have exception that you need to really pay attention to the special ability. By the way, guys, if we go back here, perfect example is a Mr. Sharp. If you look at the artifact we have here, critical damage, HP, that is amazing. Critical damage, very important for this guy. HP, he needs the survivability. He is under 20,000 HP without HP from artifacts, so he definitely need that. And additionally, like guys, the special ability is amazing for him. So if you have a cup of cheer laying in the inventory, that definitely need to be put, the first one need to be put on Sharp, because this is the optimal artifact for him, and Sharp is actually a lot stronger than other people think, but that was covered in another video. And you can see here the special ability lending 3 hits to single target. So basically when he used his second skill, as a 60% chance for Sharp to apply a damage increase and a currency increase for 2 turns, and that can happen twice per battle. So 2 times in the fight that you're going to use that second skill will have 60% chance to give you damage increase and a currency increase. So you can see the whole package here. It's like perfect for Sharp. So this is one of the exception. There's more exception. We're not going to talk about all of them, but this is one of the exceptions where everything on the artifact is actually important for the character, and there's more of that, but obviously I don't have them as example today. But this is hopefully this is helping you guys on how to decide to actually set up an artifact on X and Y characters, and the why do you do it that way, pretty much. So focus on the base stats, guys. That is really all that matter, except an exception like Sharp and Cup of Cheer, where this just goes so good together that you need to put that specific artifact on them. But most characters, like 99% of the characters, guys, it's about base stats like critical chance, critical damage, potency, tenacity, whatever stats suit the characters the best. That is all you freaking care about. You care about that stats, you put that artifact on your character, and your character is gonna be awesome. So hopefully, guys, this video will guide you properly in making your roster so much better. If you have a characters you're not sure which artifact you should be putting on this characters, you can always ask me in the comment section down below, guys. I will answer every single comment posted in there without a single doubt. So guys, again, thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We post Dragon Champion video on a daily basis. We have a daily live stream 7 p.m. Pacific time every single night, guys, where we share tips, we show gameplay. We have tons of laugh watching me fail at things, or we're like, wow, did that really happen? Because sometimes there is wild moments on live stream too. So definitely worth checking the stream, guys, if you have a chance. So guys, thank you for watching. You keep enjoying your time playing Dragon Champion, and I will see you guys again in the next video. Thank you.